I'm at the oil
Yes, he
field
will.
right now.
Doing what?
I don't know. There's a nice gas pump that me and my
Oh
wife might
my
just go
god.
into.
No. Vivian, you need to go get Nova. You need to go find Nova right now. She's talking
I can't.
crazy.
She just drove off.
You
No,
go
I'm
find
fine.
her.
She's with
No,
Alexandra. Okay, I'm
I'm
going.
fine.
I'm going.
I'm fine.
She's not fine.
Just...
She's saying she's fine. That means she's not fine.
Okay, all right. It's
No,
not.
I'm
Oh.
all right. I'm all right. Look, and look, Richard. I'll speak to Trey at some point in the 60 days, and you know what? Maybe I'll have a job. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just fade away.
No, you won't bloody fade away. I won't let you. I'll order you to join my department. I'll do it, and then you can't say no. Yep. That's called forced labor. I don't think there's any laws against it yet.
Now I'm getting guilt tripped into killing Toretti.
We're not. No, none of that, please. None of that talk. Who by Carlson?
No.
Does Carlson want to go back in the pool? Oh.
No, Toretti.
How's Toretti? What?
Because he keeps dying.
Oh, I see. Well, it's not his
What am
fault.
I
He didn't
supposed to
die.
do?
Just take it easy. Take it slow. You know, keep trying every day.
I keep trying and he keeps dying.
He's not dead, all right? That's the main thing, all right? It's okay, Nova. He's fine. All right. Listen, you're in good hands, okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
I'll be fine.
Right, take care. Ta-ta. The roleplay doesn't stop.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, I was just spoken to Zorati, and you know he does agree that if the conclusion is that Bloom has circumvented the chain of command and procedure and stuff, that the punishment should happen, but he does have a valid concern that at the time he was DPD, and could you contact Brian and Gunnar and see if he had already received any punishment? Because we don't want to. We don't want to double dip here. That's basically Tore's concern.
Okay, we don't want to double dip here. All right, we can. I mean, did you listen to the recording? I think you said some stuff about Brian on the recording.
I did listen to it. I think I finished it, but yeah, you just follow up anyway. I can do it if you want. I don't mind.
No, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I'll sit down with. I'll call Knight right now and see exactly.
You don't even need to do a sit down. It just needs to be. It doesn't need to be like a long thing at all.
Well, I mean, it needs to be on recording because I mean, if it's going to be evidence that goes in towards making the decision, then it should be on recording and documented for the case. It can't be just word of mouth. You know, it's that would be a good investigation by me. Then if I did that, do you want me to lower my standards?
No. Keep your standards high.
Do you want me to lower my standards?
No, I don't. But you don't. But I can do it if you want me to. Like I can do it as like a command member if you want. But if you just want to finish out the investigation in full, then you can go ahead.
No, I'm just. It's a pretty easy question. I'm just gonna get Knight, ask him on recording. Hey, I mean, was Bloom punished for this? Did you feel like any punishment was necessary? What did you know about the incident? And then just let him talk, and then just give you the recording.
Okay.
Then give you my opinion.
Well, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. I appreciate the willingness to fill it out and complete it.
Hey, I think everybody in Toretti's department's on drugs, by the way.
For this lean stuff.
And it's all. I don't know what they're on. I mean, everybody here is like on drugs. They're shooting downstairs in the goddamn office. You know, in the fucking. Yeah, listen, it's goddamn crazy. It's crazy up here. It's fucking nuts.
Okay, well, just don't get shot.
I think what I might do is maybe you should. Maybe you and the chief should talk about how we need discharge paperwork. So if you do shoot your firearm and it's not documented, that you get striked.
I love that idea. I've wanted it for a long time.
If you shoot your gun, it should be documented.
I agree. I completely agree. Damn, Brad. Okay. All right. Well, listen, there's a lot of surprises coming out of your mouth. Okay.
I'm an idea guy, Dark. All right.
You're an idea guy. I'm going to note that down right now. Okay. You let me know how it goes with Brian and Gunnar, all right?
A natural born leader and an idea man.
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Brit.
Hey, hold on. Give me one more drink before I go.
What? Okay. Put this on to-do list. Whenever you discharge your completely agree. All right. What are we gonna do now? God, there's so much shit going on, dude. What else are we doing? So that's kind of cleared up that Bloom stuff. Oh yeah, let's finish listening to the Bloom investigation talks, I think. I kind of want to do that. So he hasn't been striked on here. This is not the Bloom stuff. This is the Bloom stuff. I don't mind Office RP, guys. Come on, I don't mind it. Alright, let's finish listening to this. Let's click play.
Doesn't really hold any. I mean, that's just kind of Bill. I walk inside. Juno and I walk to the desk. He's asking what's going on. I said, we're locking down some properties of this guy. You'll get a warrant soon. I said, I don't have access to the search warrant channel. And he goes, well, just email it to me. And I said, I'm not going to do that. He goes, what the fuck's the output channel? I said, how do you not know this? Here, this is how you get to it. And I showed him it. He then had Juno argue the PC to him and why she thinks that we should be raiding this guy. And then Juno went to speak to someone that entered the courtroom. I don't know who. And he looked at me and he said, how long till you think she notices I signed it?
Yeah, this isn't anything criminal.
I said, I didn't even know you signed it. He goes, yeah, I just signed it while y'all were standing right here. I said, okay. Well, he goes, don't tell her. Just wait till she figures out. And I said, I'm not going to do that because she doesn't even know the output channel exists. So then we walk out. We don't even lock down his vehicles. So I told her to do it after the meeting. Or during the meeting. I walk into the meeting room. She walked in. I said, what the fuck are you doing? Have some, hustle. She walked out the room, and I stayed in the meeting room. And then she came back and said, you're not going to come with me. And I was like, fuck it. Might as well help you. Dan stopped us, said, hey, you need a command signature on that. And I said, well, no, I don't. A judge signed it. And he goes, well, you do. And I'm like, well, no. I don't. And then I told him that I'm not going to sit there and wait for him to do it after judges signed it. And I walked out and went with Juno and we raided the guy's properties. Yeah, and then 2 days later, had this very conversation with 3 of my command and DPD. And they said that this was blown out of proportion. And yeah.
All right, perfect. All right.
No, there's no more to this. It's just I got told at a later date that I was impersonating command, apparently.
All right, it's going to be
I didn't do anything wrong.
He spoke about it.
March the 10th, 2023. All right, Bloom, I'm going to go ahead and end this recording now.
Huh? Jesus Christ, man. So he's saying that he spoke about it with DPD command. Anyway, alright. Well, Juno. Hold on, let me just have a quick look at... This is legislation. Which means this is law, right? I'm not asking. Hypothetical. I'm thinking out loud. Legislation is law, and this is the warrant requirement and procedures. So let me read this really quick. So it says you need a supervisor, right? I don't know what rank Bloom was at the time, but I don't think he was command. Again, we need to find that out. PC, direct evidence, missing evidence, oath or affirmation. Yeah. Not important, not important. To be valid. It's invalid. It's an invalid warrant. To be valid, a search warrant must contain both the officer's signature and the supervisor's signature. Sergeant, rank of sergeant or higher. There we go. It's completely invalid. This is not blown out of proportion at all. It is. They've literally violated his Fourth Amendment right at this point. Okay. Issue. Big issue. I need to find this warrant because I need to see it. I need to call Gino.
Hello, Mr. Zuck.
Hey, Juno, could you send me that warrant that we were discussing this morning?
Yes, I can send it to you right now. All right.
Thank
you're
you
in the
very
captain's
much.
office?
Yes.
Oh my god, hi. Should I come in?
Yeah, I just need that warrant.
Oh yeah, give me a moment, and I'll email it over to you.
Thank you very much.
Just to give you like some context.
She's whispering in my
Bloom and I
ear.
were at City Hall talking to Maze when he signed it there and then. He like wanted to hear more about it and stuff, and then I don't know what happened. I was talking to one. I don't know. I wasn't really there for the conversation as much. Because Maze just kept telling me how I should do things, giving me quote unquote constructive criticism in terms of how to write these words, which was actually really appreciated, to be honest. But like, I don't know, it was a bit of a blur, and it was like 9 in the morning, and I hadn't slept in like 15 hours.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for the context. I just need to look over some stuff.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm just going to ask you to not take any more action with anything on this case, or even giving, Happy anything. Just press pause for now until I get back to you, okay?
The lawyer has requested for a FOIA. They've received that. Happy is requesting for this session like that. What I just sent you, I have yet to send it. And the raid receipts as well is what's been requested, but he needs to come pick those up in person.
Okay. Press pause for now because I'm gonna get this sorted ASAP. But if I'm being honest with you, Juno, right now this warrant is invalid.
Okay.
Based on the fact that there wasn't a supervisor's signature on it.
Okay,
So I'm gonna see if I can get.
Fine.
I'm just gonna see if I can get that sorted. Okay.
In terms of the items that we received then from the raid itself,
That's what I'm gonna figure out. Because right now it sounds like fruit of the poisonous tree. I don't know whether if it's illegal stuff. I don't plan on returning it, but just let me figure it out, okay?
Okay, sure. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Motherfucker, dude. The things I'm having to deal with already. Yeah, the warrant has. This is what it looks like. It just says Juno Sweeney, applicant signature, and then it says. I'm gonna put it in chat. This is what it says for the other thing. Just empty. Like that's for the supervisor's signature. And that's what would be handed over to Happy the Clown and the lawyer. So yeah, it doesn't look great. Does it even say who was it for? Where's the Where's the name? It says Happy Decline in the PC, but that's about it. I thought it was to be elsewhere. Sure. Okay. Well, that's the thing. Looking at the legislation, this legislation right here, search and seizure, warrant requirement and procedures, right? Specifically states that for a warrant to be valid, a search warrant must contain a supervisor's signature with the rank of sergeant or higher. Yeah. And also, they've already fucked up because a copy of the warrant and a copy of the receipt was to be given in 48 hours. Was delayed notice? Yeah. But that's it. The search has been complete for a week. Jesus Christ, this is a fucking mess, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm keep thinking, like, I need to talk to someone about this. I need to do this. I need to do that. But I kind of do, because... Why didn't Grayson mention that it's an invalid warrant? Let me see if I can talk to Grayson. Let me see. Grayson. Bloom's name is not on the warrant now.
Hey, Dark, I don't know if you could hear me knock. Could you hear me knock?
Yeah, I can hear you.
May I come in?
Yes.
Alright, sorry about that. The door was locked and then I was like, I was knocking.
Okay, how can I help?
Well, I'd like to talk about my future. If now is a good time. Otherwise, I know you've been taking these meetings like the whole day. I can come again later, tomorrow, or in the
Yeah,
week
if
or
you don't
whatever.
mind, Claire, listen, I will hear you out, and I'm going to put you on so I don't forget. I'm going to write it down, because I'm just dealing with a pretty serious thing right now. Otherwise, I
That is
would
totally
love
fine.
to talk to you. So, yeah.
No, that is totally fine.
We will talk, Class. I promise you that.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
It's
Thank
just-
you, Class.
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No worries. All right, take care of yourself, Dark.
You too. Hello, Doc speaking.
Hello, Dark. It's Octo. I had a
Oh,
question
hey,
for you, buddy.
Octo. Sure.
So I've been working the last 60 hours on a ranger survival guide, just cataloging all of the wildlife, like areas, points of interest, areas that are often used by criminals and various things. Just trying to get some curriculum going for people to, for me to teach people things from up north.
Okay, yeah.
I was curious, am I allowed to like make an investigative report and kind of store that in there, or should I do it off the record and make it like a Google Doc? Because I don't want to make reports if it's not supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
although it is quite useful if it is in there.
Yeah, I mean the report system, it's if there's reports in there that are like just like lists of gangs and shit like that. I mean, just use it. You're fine. Thank you for
sweet.
asking.
I just
Though.
wanted to make sure. Yeah, of course. I'll show you what I got whenever it's done. I'll give you a ring. Okay.
I'd love to see that. Okay, perfect. Thank you,
Sounds
Octo.
good, All right, talk to you soon.
Bye bye. How the fuck do you say? I need to add Octo's number. Yeah. Grayson hasn't replied. I'll be honest, guys. The fucking warrant. What was seized? I need to know what was seized, dude. Let me check this legislation. We haven't listened to the Juno. We're going to listen to that in just a second. I'm just trying to figure out some legislation things.
Doc, don't mean to intrude. Are you busy?
Yes, I am, but I can help you with like a minute thing.
Oh no, don't worry. Do your thing. I don't want to intrude.
What's going on here?
He's busy. I just wanted to.
Oh, come on.
Plonkers. So. But here, so there's a separate thing. Search is conducted under a search warrant approved by a duly authorized judge, justice, or magistrate shall be considered lawful. The procedures for obtaining a lawful search warrant may be found in further legislation relating thereto. So there's a little bit of a contradictory statement there in the Fourth Amendment, which says if it's signed, if it's approved by a judge, it's lawful. But then you look at the other one, which states that it's invalid, right? So it may be invalid, but is it lawful? Right? So it's invalid on this clause, but in the amendment, it is lawful. So it's invalid, but it's lawful. I think it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I think what matters is the intent of the police department, i.e. me right now, being like, this shouldn't have been signed. So although we might be throwing shit away, we fucked up, right? We fucked up, and I don't think we should follow through with anything we got from that warrant. If we get sued, we get sued. Grayson's on the way. Perfect. What do you do with the illegal stuff? That's what we kind of got to figure out, sorry. Because you have, like, plain view. Let me just call Juno back really quick to find out what they actually got. I mean, Bill doesn't sound like a...
What's up?
Juno, what did you get from that raid, darling?
It's in the report. Give me
What's the
one
report?
Let me find it for you.
Warrant was for Happy the Clown. Yeah, Bill shouldn't have signed it.
So we got 2 human eyeballs, screwdriver, hatchet, 5 stolen IDs, 2 urns and a rotten brain, and Conan Clarkson's PD badge.
Oh. Okay, what report is that?
This is going to be incident report 74596. It's a bit messy because...
What? There's no reason for it to be messy.
You know, I got confused by some stuff.
Okay. Alright. Okay. And can you confirm to me whether all that's still in our possession?
Yes, so everything's in the possession. So it's gonna be evidence locker 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5.
What?
Yeah, that's how I got told to do it.
Wait, you mean like 74596.1.2.3 that like that?
Yeah. That's how I got told to do it.
Okay, then, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, everything was confusing.
It's okay. Don't stress too much.
Okay.
Oh, Cleo Shaw's ID in there. Okay.
Yeah, that was something.
All right. Yeah. Let me figure this out. But thank you for keeping me updated. Okay.
Of course. Anything else you need, I'm here for
He
it.
got charged. He got charged.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Juno.
Okay. Alright,
Bye-bye.
bye.
He got charged. He got charged with the shit that they found in the warrant too. Oh no. He got charged for the stolen ID, government equipment, and the remains. I think realistically, when I don't care whether it's a legal warrant or not, I'm not giving back a fucking PD ID or stolen IDs. You know what I mean? There's nothing in here that we should give back. He's gonna sue. Yeah, but whatever. Like, we deserve to be sued.
Busy, sir?
A little bit, but I'm waiting for Grayson. What can I help you with, Maya?
Oh, I have a subpoena for command member to take a look at, if you don't mind.
Sure. Let me have a look. Send it to me. Email. Now.
Yeah, I'll email it to you. Do you get used to the buzzing?
I don't hear it, I'll be honest.
You're lucky. I hate this.
Because in 2 weeks did I notice? So it was... Okay,
Yeah.
let me read this and I'll get back to you, okay? And I'll give you a call if I have any issues.
Yeah.
Or
no
if
worries.
if I sign it.
Yeah, I mean, the TLDR of it is, hey, terrorism happened from a shotgun. We couldn't find a female. We find Jalen Carter Jr. a week later with the hot gun. No one fucking checked to see that was a hot gun, so now I'm investigating it because people can't do their jobs properly.
Fantastic. Who didn't run the gun?
Yeah. Jimbo Sutton.
Damn it,
And if he
Jimbo!
did run it properly, I put very explicit notes in the report that I made saying put them on a 24-hour hold pending Hartford terrorism. So if they actually did run the gun and looked at the report, it had very explicit instructions. It's not as if, oh, I don't know what the charges are from this gun. I put very good instructions onto what to do.
Okay, send me if you have any evidence of that profile or in the report about doing that for Jimbo if they had that gun, and then just send me an email just so I have it somewhere that Jimbo did not run that gun, and I'll
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's under subpoena. If you look at 75363, if you open up
it's all in the subpoena.
Yeah, it's all in the subpoena, all the reports for you to reference. I've exported it and it's on there for you.
Okay, thank you for being good at your job,
Yeah.
Maya. Thank you. I'll get back to you on this, okay?
No problem.
Alright. The subpoena just is phone and bank records from Jalen Carter Jr. Phone number for the dates of March 2nd, midnight to March 9th. So a week's worth of bank records, because on March 2nd was when there was backup requests from EMS for a shooting in the hospital. The hospital was locked down, officers cleared it. Witness testimony on the scene made by EMTs Ron Father and Leo Lux described the female with bright red hair and 2 ponytail buns, wearing a red top with white stripes. On the scene were casings and projectiles from a sawn-off shotgun, with casing identifier bloody bloody blah. Jalen Carter Jr. was arrested on March 9th with a sawn-off shotgun matching the same casings and projectiles found at the hospital on the hospital scene on the 2nd. As Jalen Carter Jr. does not match the description of the suspect shooting at the hospital, the Unified Police Department believe that Jalen either was handed the gun by the female who shot, or Jalen bought it from the female who shot. Therefore, the UPD are requesting Jalen Carter Jr.'s phone and bank bank records to investigate who Jaden purchased or procured the shotgun from. I mean, yeah, perfect example of a subpoena with PC. Grace Nicole. Yeah, another problem. They just keep piling up.
Hey, Assistant Chief, how you doing?
Hey, not too bad, Grayson. Do you want to come down to the captain's office at Mission Row?
Absolutely. I'm just entering the lobby. I'll be there
I think
in
I just
literally 20 seconds.
All right, see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Come in.
Assistant Chief. I don't know if you know Judge Weston.
I do. We actually spoke about some graffiti shit the other day.
Okay, what's up?
This is to do with the complaint you brought me the other day that you spoke to Brett about.
Yeah.
So Brett's kind of gone through it. And I won't fill you with the details here. Because we'll deal with
the best, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know if you're aware there's an appeal on the docket for the case with Happy to Clown. So, you know, that's gonna
There
escalate.
is. What's the appeal exactly, just to fill me in?
A criminal appeal for an unlawful search of a vehicle. Well, that's what they're claiming. The search was unlawful.
Was the vehicle included in the warrant, or was the vehicle like in the process?
From my knowledge, this doesn't include the search warrant that was brought to the judge's attention. This is, I believe, the situation that led to that situation at the vault, in which Happy was present, and he's claiming, him and his lawyer are claiming that the vehicle was unlawfully searched. Obviously, I don't know if it is or not because, you know, there's still the pending appeal, but to my knowledge, when I last
I've got them both open
referenced
currently. The search warrant that was signed did reference all of his vehicles, so I'm not sure which
doesn't look like they're contesting that in the appeal, though. Just the situation that led up to it, from my knowledge and understanding.
All right, I'll be straight and honest with you guys. They should be appealing the warrant. There's no command signature on the warrant. I think
yes,
that's an issue. So what I kind of wanted to discuss with you, we'll deal with the reasons why it wasn't on there. Obviously Bill saw this warrant and saw there was no command signature on it and still signed it.
Yes,
that's problem number one. Problem 1.5 is Bill went to prison today.
I'm aware.
Problem number 2 is I've just been going over the legislation because I knew that there was a signature required. Clearly some people didn't. There is both the Constitution, which states the amendment states that I don't want to. I'm not trying to preach here. I'm just trying to explain my thought process, and so we can have a chat about it. But it says a search is conducted under a search warrant approved by a duly authorized judge shall be considered lawful. Right. That's part 1. Part 2 is under the legislation. Search and seizure warrant requirement and procedures states that for a warrant to be valid, it needs a supervisor's signature. So, listen.
Yep.
I don't. So what's that saying is that it's invalid, but it is lawful. I don't know which one overrules the other here. I don't know whether you guys know which one overrules the other here, but I'd love to hear your opinion on that.
I think think of it as a contract, right? It's basically an invalid contract. If it gets challenged, it's not going to hold up in court. That's the way it's going to work, right? My issue with it is, even if it was valid, and it isn't, even if it was, the way that Judge Mays described the situation to us indicated a bad faith engagement with the officer that would undermine and allow the warrant to be challenged, even if everything was done perfectly, right? Because basically the judge shopping aspect of it all.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, again, like I said, I think we've got a pretty good idea of how to handle that internally with Bloom.
Good. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Doc. This is why I brought it to you, right? I brought it to you directly because you were the new command structure in place, and I didn't want it to happen again. That's my worries, right? Like, look, what happened to Habby's happened, right? It has happened. I can't fix that unless it's in a courtroom and is challenged. But I can try to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Do you see that I'm listed as busy in the app, and yet you still called me?
Condition right here.
What do you want? You know what? I don't care what you want because I'm busy. Find me when I'm not. Anyway.
You might want to mute your phone.
Yeah, so what I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about is that we fucked up. It's not Bloom, it's not Juno, it's not Bill. I think it's we as a whole, both as a PD and as a DOJ on this.
Oh yeah, Bill's not blameless
absolutely.
in this whatsoever. I hope we have made that abundantly clear. The reason why I wanted to bring this up along with Grayson is we were asked if there were any issues with PD that needed addressing, and this situation with the warrant was universally brought up by essentially every active judge that was engaged in the conversation. So we just wanted to make sure that something like this would never happen again.
Which is why I then came and engaged with you as a member of High Command, Doc, right?
I appreciate
right? If we don't
that.
have if we don't have open and active lines of communication, can't sit down like this and just hash this shit out. It just breaks. The system breaks.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I'm glad we agree that this is a big problem. But I think specifically for this situation, I'm looking for a solution here because I know that we fucked up as a PD and we have essentially violated this man's rights. And I need to know the process of how, because obviously his property was searched and there was illegal things in there. I don't want to give those illegal things back.
Obviously, we don't give illegal things back.
Good. Perfect. That being said, in terms of, because I'll be straight with you as well. The receipt nor the warrant has been presented to Mr. DeClown either at this point. A week later, right?
Yeah.
Again, I will handle that. But as I'm looking for advice here about how we can, do the right thing for Mr. DeClown at this point. What steps should we take to ensure that?
Okay, Doug, right? I have literally held every legal office in this city, right? I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. I've worked with the DA's office. I'm a judge. So I can give it to you from any perspective you want. Like, as a defense attorney, I'd be coming for your necks. I'd be suing you into the ground. I'd be asking asking the judges to remove the limits on suing officers so I could sue for a financial recompense that I think's worthy in this case, specifically punitively, because punitively at the moment, legislatively, he can only sue for 10 grand, right? Like, it's nothing. It's not even worth paying his lawyer to do that, right? But as a prosecutor, what I'd be saying is, well, hey, look, what we can do right now is we can engage with this appeal that he's got going on and allow him to just fucking work on these charges, drop the charges, and hope all's good, like no harm, no foul. He loses the criminal charges, but we've still got all his shit. We win on that guy. All the illicit materials are now off the streets. That's a good thing, right? But we make it right by, okay, we fucked this up, we fucked this prosecution up, we let that one go. As a judge, what I'd say to you is admit nothing. The onus is on him and his lawyers, but you need to give him that fucking warrant receipt. And that will give him the onus to challenge if his lawyer's competent enough to see it should be challenged. It's not your job, Richard. It isn't. It is not your job or mine to tell him how to spot he's been fucked. He has a lawyer. It's on the docket. He's got somebody retained. That's on him.
I know what you're saying. It's not my job.
To protect your department.
Right. I know that's my job, but it's also I'm also a human being here, and someone's rights have been violated. And I don't think I can just sit on my hands and say nothing about a fuck up this big. I think that'd be wrong of me.
There are other ways to do it, right? Like you could engage to try and help him with this appeal that he's got going on. You know, if you can get that settled, get those, you know, take a look at it, see if it is all fruit of the same poisonous tree, and figure it out so the judiciary doesn't have to step in and do it for you.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best course of action is, you know, calling both Happy and his lawyer and to give them the warrant and the receipt, and then expressing,
So,
you know.
I'm taking a look at this. The docket has Randy Wrangler, Juno Sweeney, and Lewis Bloom listed as the officers involved. So those will be the witnesses there. And then the lawyer is Will Stout. I don't know if you know Bill Stout. He's run for judge a few times. He's a senior attorney. He's got a couple of paralegals on it. Yeah. So, and it's up there on the docket. I can provide you the direct link if you require it.
Yeah, if you could just send me an email, that'd be great.
There you go, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Well, is there anything more I can help you guys with on this situation or as a whole?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like internally, we'll deal with Judge Mays. He's already been dealt with. We've had a lengthy discussion about what went wrong, what the procedures are, how this doesn't happen again. He knows, right? We've dealt with that. As far as your side, I am always, if I bring a complaint to PD and I bring it to command, I don't care at that point, right? Like hands washed, it's on you. Whatever you decide to do with any officers involved on you, I don't care. As long as you guys have procedures in place so it never happens again, that's all I need.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially
Well,
understand the importance of the judge shopping. All of that could have been avoided had the officers involved gone through the proper channels to begin with, because at that point, all the judges available could have reviewed the document, would have noticed the lack of command signature, or it wouldn't have even gotten that far. Let's be honest. And then this man's rights wouldn't have been violated. So as long as, we can stress the importance of, going through the proper communications, going through the proper chain of command, before it even reaches the judiciary, that would,
no, I completely agree. I agree, 100%. It's just another thing in a pile of problems that are stacking up since, I guess, when PD reshuffled and everyone got demoted, they also lost all their brain cells because they don't know what they're doing anymore. And this is what I'm having to deal with. So, look, on behalf of the PD, I apologize for the complete aversion from the following the procedures here, especially on your end, because I'm sure this is frustrating. But I can assure that we're working on it and make sure it's not going to happen again.
It's frustrating, but I'm going to be honest with you. Having open lines of communication really makes this refreshing and a pleasure to deal with. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Libby Reed. She was my bailiff before the financial collapse. She used to literally, first time I was appointed a judge, she was my bailiff. She'd come to all of my cases. She harassed me endlessly to be trained. And now she is one of the most competent legal minds in the city. So the fact that it's you and her working to, I've got nothing but faith in you guys, right? I know you're going to do the right thing. So I'm happy to just bring you the bullshit that happens and then let you deal with it because you're going to do it right. I know you will.
Yeah, we definitely have that in mind, that we're not going to let any shit like this slide. And I've already spoken to Toretti. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Details don't matter. But yes, we can assure you that we're not planning on letting anything like this happen again. And the standard is rising rapidly. Good. So, yeah, I can assure you that.
I hope you can see. I know issues with Judge Mays were raised today, but I hope you can see that what happened today also shows that we're holding our own to a standard as well, right?
Yeah.
If they fuck around, they will find out. And I hope that just, together, the Department of Justice and the Unified Police Department, whichever department it is, the LSPD in this case, we can just pull together to keep the citizens safe. That's the point.
I agree.
Right?
Exactly. I'm so sick and tired of, when I was a deputy or whatever it was for the past like 3 years, all I've heard about is either DOJ fighting with PD or PD fighting with PD over bullshit. I'm just really sick and tired, because what actually matters is the people out there that, aren't getting help because we're either fighting with ourselves or they're not getting justice because we're fighting with you. And
yes,
yeah, that's not a thing we're going to continue.
I think we've both, Richard, been victims of that personally, right? Like I've been
Absolutely.
in and around Los Santos for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
And I've lived through the PD DOJ wars. In 4 years, Richard, I've got 1 parking ticket. I am a civilian at heart, right? That's it, right? That's all I've got on my record in 4 years. Like I don't engage that way. But there have been times when I've been the victim of crime and it's been kind of ignored because there's been those interdepartmental struggles going on.
Exactly.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not.
So, like, if we can just protect the citizens, that's all I want.
Me too. At the end of the day, me too. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you need anything, you just have to reach out.
I appreciate that, and I will definitely use that line of communication because I think I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
I want to open lines of communication from, the more senior judges, me, Crane, Montag, Weston, but also like Schwinghammer, Mays. Like, I want us all to have open lines of communication here because, we don't all see everything.
Yeah.
It's like the LSPD won't see everything, but we need to be able to talk about it so shit doesn't get missed, lost, or just swept under the rug.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay, well, I'm sure you guys can understand I have this shit to deal with, so I'm going to deal with it sooner rather than later. So thank you guys for coming down. I really appreciate that.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
You too.
Hey, Grayson, how you doing, sir?
Good RP. I'm loving it. I'm blessed.
Going on, sir?
Hey, you called me.
Yeah, I talked to Brian. I got the recording and everything full.
Okay, what did you say?
He didn't really do anything. He did an investigation. His investigation was inconclusive based upon the evidence that he gathered. He said it was mainly he said, she said. I argue with that because I actually legitimately have the recordings for you. I assume you've listened to both of them now.
I haven't got a chance to listen to Juno's because the warrant is garbage. It's invalid. It's unlawful. His rights have been violated. And I have to deal with that because it's a week later and he hasn't even got the raid receipt or the warrant. As far as I'm aware. So this is just a shit show that I've got to.
They believe they operated under extenuating circumstances. They had exigent circumstances that they didn't need the warrant, but in fact they do need the warrant.
Either way, the way they entered that house was articulated as using the warrant, right? So. They went through all his properties and his cars with that warrant. So that's his cars as well. So exigent circumstances is for a place or, a vehicle at one location, really.
It was weird on the Bloom recording, sir, when he said he believed. So did you hear the part when I talked to him about how do you only have the exigent circumstances to check the trunk? How do you only have PC to check the trunk but not the whole car? That whole thing didn't add up to me. It didn't really make much sense from like a detective standpoint,
Yeah, I completely agree.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, by the way. I just wanted
you're fine.
That was important.
No, I'll just be transparent. I've spoken to the judges and got some advice and kind of spoken to them a little bit, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to get Happy and his lawyer in. This is just from my side of things. This is not from an IA standpoint at all, but
Bill fucked up too.
Yeah, they know, and I said that Bloom fucked up here too, and we fucked up. But at the end of the day, it's both DOJ and PD that fucked up here, because we're not just people; we're a department. So they're either going to sue us into the ground, or I'm going to try and be a good human being here and let Happy know about how we fucked up, and I'll let his lawyer know too.
Well, so you're not going to let Happy know. You're just going to let his counsel know. You don't let Happy. You just you make his counsel aware, and then the council's going to make Happy aware. You make. I mean, I guess you make them both aware, but
If they're both here, then yeah. But the council's the important part. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I think the night recording will help you out a bit because there was no punishment, there was no findings of operating in bad faith. I tend to argue against that. I think that what I've heard, it's pretty damning. I mean, once you listen to the Juno one, I pressed her hard. She was very defensive.
Cool.
You know, I pressed them. I wasn't interested in the scene. You know, I wasn't interested in a lot of things. I was just interested in the way that things were handled, right? And that's the important part. That's the bare bones of the entire case. I mean, the other stuff is kind of fluff. I mean, it's a little important, but it's nowhere near as important as actually what occurred.
Yeah. Do you think that Brian and his command made a mistake not pushing on this, or do you think they looked it over and pushed it under?
I think what they did. Do you want to know what I think they did, sir?
Yeah.
They protect DPD's interests and protected a DPD officer.
Yeah,
right?
I figured as much.
They protected a guy that they regarded as a supervisor of Shift 3. That's actually on recording from Brian's mouth himself. So.
Okay, well, I'll leave that. I'll have a chat to Ray about that because when he was in.
So if you want the recording just bare bones, but if you want it in the format that you've received other recordings, it's going to take me a little bit to get that to you. Want me to keep the? Did you enjoy the format in which you got your
did.
Other recordings? Would you prefer for recordings to be done like that?
I mean, yeah, I would love a tape. I would love a tape. Yeah, another tape to add to the IA collection would be fantastic.
I can have it. I can have it for you after the meeting, sir.
That's completely fine. Don't push yourself. You know, I'm sure you are putting those tapes together excellently. Lots of hard work put into those.
It's really hard. It's a little difficult for me to do, but you know, I get it done, sir.
You're incredible, really.
Right? But yeah, I hope.
Sorry,
hope
Bubble.
You've been that Carter thing is really fucked up.
Yeah.
Right?
I do need you to.
Apparently, it gets worse. So there was another incident that I'm going to make you aware of. Hold on, I have notes of it here.
No, for fuck's sake, no!
Execution of Dahlia Faye and Jeffy Cold Irons. Apparently, there was like an interference car. For some reason, the lead of the pursuit ordered them to go after the interference vehicle that turned out wasn't even fucking involved, and they ditched the main suspect, who they identified by articles of clothing and shit like that. And yeah, it's
and that was Carter.
And then no, it wasn't Carter, but Carter was on scene.
Okay, all right.
Allegedly, I haven't looked into this yet, but I'm just making you aware of what may be going on here. Is this may not be the first incident of this kind of thing happening. What it comes down to, sir, is we have a lot of people that think they know how to lead scenes and think they know how to lead cases, but out of all honesty there, sir, 99% of these people couldn't do anything unless it's going to a 10-11 deadly weapon call.
Okay. Stop. Listen, before we run out of time here and we have to get the bus, I need this Carter stuff done as a priority, because at the end of the day, I need people to lead Shift 2, and I don't need someone who's not able to do simple police work to lead Shift 2. So that needs to be done sooner rather than later.
None of the people you got right now can do it. All right.
I'm happy for suggestions, sir.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I need suggestions and I need solutions here.
Me.
No, god damn it! You're Shift 1 anyway. I need Shift 2.
But I'm in Shift 2 for a couple hours.
I see a couple hours. Fantastic.
All right. Look, I'll get that recording to you. The Bloom thing, the Bloom Juno Bill May shit is closed unless I might talk to Bill real quick and add that one to you too. So it should be closed by the end of the day. This other case is going to be priority. I'm going to be working on it now.
Thank you, sir.
Now, sir.
What? Why?
I'm shooting you now.
Okay. All right.
I just shot you in the forehead. And
all right.
Shot you again. These
Okay.
guns are dog shit, sir. We're gonna die.
Mine's pretty good. Oh, okay then. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick, chat. I'll be back in just a mo. I need a break. I need a drink. So yeah, I'm back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna run an ad. Oh, well, you can go. Just come back. I'll miss you. I'm back.